The room buzzed with chatter as Ethan raised his glass, his voice cutting through the din of his housewarming party. "I'd like to make a toast," he declared. Eyes sparkling with that familiar mischief I'd seen 100 times, usually right before he stole the show. Heads turned, glasses lifted. "To new beginnings, new homes," he said, pausing for dramatic effect. "And to Grandpa's memory." A hush swept over the crowd. Grandpa had left us just 4 days ago, and the sting of his absence still hung heavy. I raised my glass with the others, silently honoring the man who'd shaped so much of my world. Ethan wasn't done. Setting his drink on the coffee table, he grinned. "Speaking of Grandpa, I've got news." He reached into his pocket and pulled out a weathered envelope. My stomach tightened. He shot me a quick, odd glance that set my nerves on edge. "Before he passed," Ethan said, his voice ringing through his sleek new Denver home, "Grandpa gave me this letter. He wanted me to have the lake house, the one we all adored as kids." The room erupted in gasps and cheers. My parents beamed. Ethan's girlfriend, Mia, clapped like she'd won the lottery, and my cousin Lily threw me a baffled look from across the room. She knew how tight Grandpa and I had been. I sat there frozen, the words sinking in like stones. The lake house? That wasn't just some cabin, it was Grandpa's treasure, a sacred slice of my life. For 3 years, I'd spent nearly every weekend there with him, fixing leaks, swapping stories, soaking in his quiet wisdom. Ethan? He'd shown up maybe twice in half a decade, griping about no Wi-Fi and nothing to do. But here's the kicker. 3 weeks ago, Grandpa had slipped me a small wooden box, making me swear not to open it until the time was right. Inside? A notarized deed, handing me the lake house. It was already mine, signed over before he died. So what the hell was Ethan playing at? As he unfolded his so-called letter and read Grandpa's wishes aloud, I studied him. Was he bluffing? Did he know about my deed? Had Grandpa flipped his decision without telling me? Awesome. "Congrats, Ethan," I forced out, plastering on a smile while my mind raced. I needed that box now. Muttering something about the bathroom, I slipped away, heart pounding, locking the door behind me. I leaned against it, sucking in a shaky breath. That letter Ethan waved around? Something was off. Grandpa's arthritis had mangled his handwriting in his final months. But the signature I'd glimpsed looked too crisp, too perfect. My phone buzzed. "Lily. You okay?" That was weird. Ethan never gave a damn about the cabin. I texted back, "Gotta check something at home. Cover for me, say work called." Within minutes, she'd spun a story to the family, and I bolted out the back door while everyone fawned over Ethan's inheritance. Driving home, the world blurred, streetlights streaking past as memories of Grandpa flooded in. Fishing off the dock, stargazing under a mountain sky, laughing as I botched skipping stones. That lake house wasn't just a place, it was us. Ethan's stunt felt like a gut punch to something holy. At my apartment, I beelined for the closet and yanked out Grandpa's old cigar box, its cedar scent still sharp. "Don't open this till you need the truth," he'd said, his eyes twinkling with that knowing glint. My hand shook as I lifted the lid. There it was, the notarized deed. Dated 6 months back, transferring the lake house to me. Next to it, a letter in Grandpa's wobbly scrawl. "My dearest Claire," it began. "By the time you read this, I'll likely be gone. The cabin's yours. I gave it to you while I'm still here to dodge any mess. You loved it like I did. Ethan never cared unless he needed a party spot. He might fight this, so it's all legal. Filed with my lawyer Harold Grayson. It's yours, not part of my estate. Keep its soul alive." Tears stung my eyes. Ethan had lied, forged a letter, knowing full well Grandpa had already given me the place. The nerve of it floored me, even for him. My phone lit up. Mom asking where I'd vanished, Ethan smirking via text. "Nice exit. You can visit if you beg nicely." That sealed it. No text showdown, this needed to be face-to-face. I tucked the documents back in the box, checked the time, party still had legs, and drove back to Ethan's, steeling myself. Grandpa's voice echoed in my head. "When you've got the truth, Claire, you don't need to scream it. Quiet hits harder." I parked a block away, the box beside me like a loaded gun. For a moment, I just sat there, summoning courage. All those weekends with Grandpa while Ethan bailed, I could still see the old man's grin when I'd roll up. What would he do now? The right thing with Grace, I decided. Lily texted. "Just family left. You coming?" Perfect, no crowd for this. I grabbed the box and knocked on Ethan's door. he answered, smirk fading to wariness. Work crisis done already? He quipped. We need to talk, I said, brushing past him. The living room went quiet as I walked in. Dad was squinting at Ethan's letter. Mom chattering about cabin upgrades with Mia. Lily watched from the corner, tense. Claire's back. Mom chirped. We're just talking about Ethan's big news. Actually, I said, setting the box down with a thud. That's why I'm here. Ethan's eyes locked on it. A flicker of recognition crossing his face. What's that? He asked, voice tight. Something Grandpa gave me 3 weeks ago, I said coolly. He said not to open it till the time was right. Guess what? It's time. Before Ethan could argue, Dad leaned in. What's inside, Claire? I opened the box, pulling out the deed and Grandpa's letter. 6 months ago. Grandpa signed the lake house over to me. It's mine, legally notarized, done. Not part of his estate. Silence crashed down. Mom's jaw dropped. Dad grabbed the deed, brow furrowing. This is legit, he said. Ethan went pale. That's impossible, he stammered. Grandpa gave me the letter, can I see it? I cut in, taking it from Dad. Side by side with Grandpa's real letter. The forgery screamed, too neat, too steady. Ethan, Mom whispered, did you fake this? He didn't answer, just glared, caught. You don't get it, he finally snapped. It's not fair, she gets everything. Everything. I echoed, stunned. You were Grandpa's golden girl, he spat. Always there, always perfect. The rest of us? Invisible. Dad coughed, uneasy. Ethan. Forging his signature? That's beyond feelings. Mom snatched both letters, comparing them, her face crumpling. Oh, Ethan, how could you? Mia stood, pale. I'm out, she muttered, grabbing her bag and bolting. Ethan's wait chased her, but the door slammed shut. Why'd you do it? Dad pressed. Ethan slumped. I found out last week, went to Grandpa's lawyer about the estate. Grayson said the cabin was already handled, wouldn't say more. I knew it went to Claire. I thought if I claimed it first, I'd just hand it over. I asked. Maybe he shot back, for once. I'd mattered to him too. His jealousy hit me like a slap, raw years deep. He invited you out there all the time, I said. You were too busy. I felt like a third wheel, Ethan admitted. You two had your thing. I was too late. Dad sighed. That's no excuse, son. Ethan sank into a chair. So what now? You win, Claire. It's not a game, I said, thinking of Grandpa. Then I pulled out another envelope from the box. Ethan scrawled on it in Grandpa's hand. He left you something too. Ethan hesitated, then took it, tearing it open. His face shifted, shock then shame. He knew, he whispered. Knew I might pull this. Read it, Mom urged. Ethan handed it over. She read aloud. Dear Ethan, if Claire's opened this box, I'm gone or something's gone wrong. I know your need to shine, your rash moves when you feel left out. The cabin's Claire's, she gets its heart. You need a purpose, not a place. Here's $25,000, build something real. Your path's different, not less. Love, Grandpa. Tears welled up around the room. Ethan clutched the check, stunned. He saw through me. I pulled out a photo album next us as kids at the lake. Marshmallow, sticky and grinning. He never gave up on you, I said. Ethan stared, voice breaking. I screwed up big. Yeah, I agreed, but he thought you could do better. Silence settled. Heavy but softer now. The night unraveled soon after. Parents left, worried. Lily hugged me, whispering, call me. Then it was just Ethan and me. He fumbled with coffee neither of us drank. I didn't plan the forgery, he said. I was pissed when I found out, made the letter that night. Tonight, I just blurted it. Why? I asked. I wanted more than this house, something big. He paused. What'll you do with the cabin? Keep it simple, fix it up. Grandpa's way. He nodded. Good. I studied him, my flashy, flawed brother. You're welcome there, you know. Anytime. Even after this. Grandpa wanted family, not feuds. I'm pissed, but the door's open. He exhaled, grateful. Later, driving home with the box beside me, I smile faintly. Grandpa had planned it all, deed, letters, even this mess. Tomorrow, I'd hit the lake house, sit on that porch swing, and feel him nudging us toward peace. Weeks later, I was at the cabin. Coffee in hand on the porch when Ethan's car crunched up the drive. He looked humbled, unsure. Still the same, he said, eyeing the place. That's the point, I replied. He sat, fidgeting. I'm sorry for all of it. The jealousy, the stupidity. Why'd you really do it? I pressed. I thought the cabin could fix what I'd missed, he said, voice cracking. Dumb, huh? He grinned faintly. I used Grandpa's money, started a woodworking class. I suck, but I'm sticking with it. He was right, it's grounding. We sat, Lake lapping softly. I showed him Grandpa's brag book. Clippings of Ethan's wins, proof he'd mattered. I had no clue, he murmured, eyes wet. Second chances, I said, handing him a calendar. I marked weekends I'll be here. Help's welcome. Even bad woodworking help. He laughed. Deal. As the sun dipped, he said, Grandpa gave you more than a cabin. He made you the glue. Maybe he had. And maybe, just maybe, Ethan and I could rebuild something too.